We are back live. This is your Bolo Punch Boxing Hour. We're going to close the show out with tonight's Golden Leaf fighter you should know. Tonight's Golden Leaf fighter you should know, 2008 Hall of Famer Holman Williams. Born January 30th, 1915 in Pensacola, Florida, Williams was a product of the boxing scene of Detroit, where his family moved to in the early 20s. He began boxing as an amateur in 1928 as a bantamweight and had a successful 38-bout career. In 1932, he turned pro as a featherweight and would eventually be recognized as one of the cleverest welterweights and middleweights of his era. A slick boxer, Williams was a stablemate of Hall of Famers Eddie Futch and Joe Louis and was managed by Julian Black and John Roxborough. Avoided by the champions of his day, the skillful and talented Williams never received a title bout. Nonetheless, he fought many of the best welterweights, middleweights, and light heavies of the time. With an excellent jab, deft footwork, and taut defense, he scored victories over notable boxers such as Coco Kidd, Charlie Burley, Kid Tenero, Lloyd Marshall, Eddie Booker, Steve Beloise, Bob Satterfield, and Archie Moore. He had a win over Archie Moore. That's awesome. In 1946, after nearly 14 years as a pro, he lost back-to-back decisions to Marcel Cerdan and Jake LaMotta. 2 years later, he retired with a 145-win, 30 losses, and 1 no contest, 35 knockouts record. Upon retiring, he relocated to Akron, Ohio, and trained young fighters there. On July 15, 1967, Williams was killed in a fire while asleep in the club where he worked. Born January 30th, 1915, died July 15, 1967, 187 total fights. Damn ridiculous. 145 wins, 30 losses, 11 draws, 1 no contest, 35 of his 145 wins came by way of knockout. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame of Canastota, New York in the year 2008. Tonight's Golden Leaf fighter you should know, Holman Williams. Covered a lot of ground tonight. Definitely a lot of Hatton and Pacquiao talk, a whole lot of Floyd Mayweather against Marquez talk. That fight will be in July, and when that dust settles and Floyd blows out Marquez within 8 rounds probably, the dust will settle and we will have Floyd against Pacquiao. If I have to choose it today, I'm going Floyd. But that's just me. For Emil Soda Babinski Kegabine, Timmy the producer Patterson, Nestor Garza Romero, I am your host Chris Guzman, wishing you peace and punches. Don't forget to check out Bryce Fest. It's BryceFest.com, am I right? BryceFest.org. That is BryceFest.org. We will be there in style on Saturday. This has been your Bolo Punch Boxing Hour, brought to you by George Rogie Insurance, www.bolopunchboxinghour.com, streaming to you live as always on Ustream.tv. Save us a ringside seat. Closing time. One last